How to open a scallop. So we have a beautiful Norwegian hand-dyed scallop from one of the fjords here. So today we're just using something random to show that you can use a knife or anything else as well. So we have our scallop like this, and then what we're going to do is we're going to pop it in the side. We're just going to pry it up ever so slightly, and then we're going to kind of scrape. We're scraping the top of this on the top of the scallop shell. So we're going to lift that up just a little bit. We lift that up, and then what we do is we scrape the top of the shell. We scrape the top of the shell as much as we can, because we want to make sure we get all of the scallop. And then, look at that. Then you're left with a massive, beautiful Norwegian scallop. Not just a Norwegian scallop, but you can use this method to open any scallop that you want. So, now, one silly thing is, a lot of the time there's a lot of wastage, and people tend to throw away all of their outside skirt or the tripe or whatever you want to call it. But all of this outside here, the skirt, which is attached to the eyes on the front of it, is super tasty and delicious and can be used in so many different ways, from frying to grilling and much more. Then you have the super rich and creamy roe that's in there as well. Okay, so all of this is beautiful and should be used. So, but what we want to do to get rid of things is, right here we have the guts. So for that, we put our finger underneath it. You put one finger under there, and you can sort of pull it, and you use your thumb here, and you see it's connected to that little bit right there. And then all you do there is you just pinch it, and it comes off. Like that, whoops. And that's going to feed some trout in the river. And now, we've just been in that sandy fjord. We're going to give it a little clean in this beautiful organic river coming from the top of the mountains, and just sort of clean out the bits of sand in there. So, we're just going to get down here a bit lower and use some beautiful fresh flowing water. Okay, now, if we have a look at this, this is one magnificent, beautiful scallop, and we're going to make a beautiful sort of garlic butter scallop baked inside the shell and smoked over juniper, right out here in the wild. You beauty! Woo! Okay, so here we're going to do some beautiful, simple garlic butter scallops, smoked with some juniper. So, we've got some garlic here, and what we're going to do is we're just going to smash some of this garlic, and we're not so worried about the skins and everything, because we're going to make this a little bit more El Rustico style. We're going to throw some garlic in these shells, a little bit of butter, okay, push that aside, and some spring onions. Spring onions. Get some butter in there. Okay, next, a beautiful scallop that's just been chilling here really beautifully, waiting for us. Look at that. We're actually just going to cut this perfectly in half and throw half of this scallop in each. Now what we're going to do, a little bit of salt. We're going to throw a little bit extra butter on top, because you can never have too much butter when you're cooking scallops over the fire. Then we're going to throw our organic lids back onto these beauties. So here we go. Lids are going on. Lids are going on. Then it's time to prepare our fire. So, we've got lots of juniper action. And what we're going to do We're going to throw our scallops in here. And then what we're going to do, we're going to throw this on top. And we're going to smoke like there's no tomorrow. Now, on part of this, we're going to grab some of this wood. And we're going to put some of it on top. And we're going to get this super duper smoky. Okay, we're out here in the wild with fire cookware, Chef Elijah Holland. We got some wild scallops that we've caught diving here in Norway. And we're smoking them and roasting them inside their shell with some beautiful wild juniper and a garlic butter. That's it, nothing else. Simple, tasty, and bloody delicious. So, not only am I smoking the scallops out, but I'm smoking myself out. I can barely see. But look at it. The juniper is burning and smoking away. We've got heat from sort of every angle on here. Once all the juniper's burnt out, then we're going to take the scallops out and we're going to eat them. All right, here we go. So we have our beautiful garlic butter roasted scallops in their shells with wild juniper, smoking them. Look at this. Yeah, a little bit of beer vinegar. And then a tiny bit of sea salt. And then dinner is served.